Crunch, and today I'm doing a Dollar Tree homeschool haul. When I do a haul, my main purpose of doing so is to show how you can save money buying things that you need and living well within your means. So if you want to see my whole playlist on living within your means, I will link that in the cards right here. So let me go through the things that I got and show you the kinds of things that I'll be doing with him. First, let me just show you some of like supply things that I got. I realized that we just don't have very many pencils around the house. We have like mechanical pencils and stuff that Bill and I use. So I just got these pencils, 12 pencils, and I got a little mesh cup to put them in. Oh, I should probably mention everything in this haul is $1 because it's the Dollar Tree. I also got more Play-Doh, you know, $1 a piece for the Play-Doh. That's an awesome place to get Play-Doh. It's like the standard Play-Doh brand as well. So I got a couple more of those because the ones we have are drying out. And that's an activity that I do on a, you know, once or twice a week kind of thing with him. Anyway, I think it's just a great like kinesthetic sensory kind of thing to be doing with kids. Do things with his imagination, and we, you know, can build things together, or it's an activity he can do by himself. When I have the kids help in the kitchen sometimes, especially Alex, I've been really needing to get aprons for them because things can get messy when you are cooking with kids sometimes. And I don't necessarily even do this that often. I maybe have them help like once a week, like if I'm doing a smoothie or doing some sort of dinner that doesn't involve raw meat, or, you know, things that are simple that they can help with, or just, you know, putting ingredients in a bowl, that kind of thing. But when I do it, it often gets messy. So I've been keeping my eye out like on Amazon and stuff for kid aprons. And so this was something I was going to get anyway, but they had these cute little aprons, and I got two of them, one for Sophie too as she gets a little bit bigger, but they were $1 a piece, and the ones I had seen on Amazon were like at least $10 a piece. So that was a really good deal. I mean, they're kind of cheapy, but you know, they're made for getting dirty, so I don't care. So that was an essential that I wanted to get for our kitchen with the kids anyway. And just, you know, having your kids help in the kitchen, that's just like an awesome learning activity in and of itself. While I'm at it, since I got these things, they're not necessarily educational related, but I just got a little pack of 120 push pins for $1. That's an awesome deal. I got 2 pairs of dish gloves. I wear gloves when I do the dishes. I didn't even realize they had these there. I had been spending a lot more on just standard yellow rubber gloves at the store, like the regular store, and so I was like $1 a piece. I'm gonna start getting them at the Dollar Tree from now on. And we do have one Swiffer duster. Most of the stuff we use is reusable, but I had gotten a Swiffer like as a free sample for something at one point. And I do use this in my laundry room just to dust up the lint. So I thought I would just get the replacements for those for $1. And then a couple of just random toys that I got. I realized we don't have any Matchbox cars. Sophie is actually more into cars and trucks than Alex is, which is awesome. I love that my kids are breaking gender norms. I thought that I would just get a couple of these Matchbox cars because we actually don't have any. I feel like that's just kind of a standard to have, you know, in any house with kids. So I got 3 of those for $1. I may even save these for Christmas and have them be a stocking stuffer. And I also got bubbles. We always love doing bubbles outside, and I was trying to find one that maybe Alex could do by himself because he's always, you know, I have like this big thing of bubbles, but it's way too big for him to handle and heavy, and I don't want him to knock it all over and everything. But this is small, and I feel like he could hold this in his hands and, you know, do it by himself. So that's why I got that. And then on to the purely educational stuff. So the first thing I got was this little ball. It's a globe ball, and we do actually have a map of the world on our wall right by our dining room table, and Alex has already started showing an interest in that, and I've taught him the names of the continents and that kind of thing, and he's just starting to understand the concept of what a country is. He doesn't fully get that yet, but he understands the continents, you know, land, ocean, that kind of thing. And I thought that we don't actually have a globe. I probably will order a real globe at some point, but for now I thought this was just really cute. It's just a little ball, and, you know, it kind of gives him an idea of, you know, how those continents actually fit on the round Earth. And it's just a ball, so it's a fun thing to play with. And Sophie has already found this and likes playing with it as well. Since, like I mentioned, Alex is already reading at a 1st grade level, I've just got some sight word flashcards. They're just sight word cards, so they have the little picture and the word on there, just kind of get an idea. Preschool brand, so that's actually a pretty good brand. So that's just helping him learn how to sound words out, help with sight words, that kind of thing. We already actually have some other flashcards with like basic sight words, you know, like and, but, you know, who, what, when, where, why, that kind of thing. He's already pretty much mastered those, so I thought it would be nice to get another set of sight word flashcards. And this one I have already gotten out and we have used a lot. This is a matching game where they have picture cards and word cards, and you have to match the word that goes with the picture. So I have already done this several times with Alex and he loves it. And I will probably do a whole separate video on this at some point, but I have started doing Spanish with Alex. I used to be semi-fluent in Spanish in my younger years. I almost became a Spanish major in college. I didn't for various reasons, but I did take 6 years of Spanish throughout my schooling and, you know, traveled in Spain and that kind of thing, and was semi-fluent at one point. Anyway, I feel like that's kind of like a buried skill that I need to dust that part of my brain off a little bit, and this has really come up lately because we were watching a Baby Einsteins the other day with Sophie. Obviously Alex was there as well, and it was a languages Baby Einstein, and they were singing all of these different songs in different languages, and they sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in Spanish, which is Estrellita. The other night I was putting him to bed and I asked, what do you want your bedtime song to be tonight? And he said, can we sing Twinkle Twinkle in Spanish? And I was like, oh my gosh, kid, I don't even know how to sing Twinkle Twinkle in Spanish. And he was like getting like upset that I didn't know how to sing Twinkle Twinkle in Spanish. And so I was like, I need to seize this opportunity. Like, he is 3.5, like he is absorbing language like nobody's business. This is like prime time to teach him a second language. And this is something that I have been thinking about a lot even since before I had kids, is even if I'm not fluent in Spanish, Spanish is something that I really want my kids to be exposed to, because especially living in the United States, it is a really, really useful, marketable, just life skill to have, because there are so many Spanish speakers here. So when Alex was here asking me basically to sing a song in Spanish, I was like, that's it, we need to do something about this. And that was also another thing that was really prompting me to supplement with his homeschooling, because unfortunately in most of our public schools in the United States, kids don't learn a foreign language until high school, which is great. I think it should be in high school, but I really, really think that kids need to be learning a second language when their brains are in that prime language acquisition mode in the early years. So that was another reason that I really wanted to start supplementing with homeschooling, is because I can really add in Spanish, add in that second language while I have this window of opportunity. So what I did the next day was to teach him some basic stuff. Like teach how to count to 10 in Spanish, just do basic greetings like hello, goodbye, how are you? And he was like really getting into this, and he started wanting me to like translate all sorts of things into Spanish all day long. When I did this, I was like, oh my gosh, like he is just thirsting for learning language. Anyway, I know I'm such a rambler. I always have to give context for everything. So that is why with this matching game, I have translated every single one of these words into Spanish. So I have it in English and Spanish. This matching game is all like shapes and animals. And so, for example, here's rectangle. In Spanish, it's rectángulo. And find the word that matches with the picture. So that's basically what this whole matching game is, and we have done this multiple times now, and he loves it. That's one way that I've been doing that, is with these matching cards, because he loves this game as it is, so why not make it bilingual? And then I got a bunch of workbooks. I have in the past already gotten him like a dry erase kindergarten workbook that he loves. You've probably seen him working on that in some of my vlogs in the past. So I thought I would just expand out a little bit and do some new stuff, just because he's been doing that one for a long time now. And he loves Mickey Mouse. So I got a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse alphabet book, and it just has, you know, letters and little games that go with each letter. And one thing that I found in here is they have like little word searches, and this is something he's really into. Like, we tried doing this the other day, and he likes sounding out the words that are over here and finding the words together. He's still, you know, getting used to the idea of doing that, but like when I say, oh look, I see a J here, what word do you see there? And he finds it and we circle it together, and he thinks word searches are pretty cool. Anyway, this is a great little kindergarten workbook. I got a sticker pad just to have as like a rewards kind of thing. As the school year starts, I might say, okay, let's do 1 page of the worksheet, and when you finish it, you get a sticker on it. So it's great that they have these books of stickers. I want to work with him on understanding like the proper proportions of letters, even though he can write all the letters, but just getting the proportions right. So we don't really have any manuscript paper, and so that's what this is. It's a manuscript tablet, and it's just, you know, the standard, I don't know if you can see that on there, but the standard paper with the lines on it. So that's that. And I just got a sketch pad for him just because he likes drawing and coloring now and then, and just writing. And I got another kindergarten workbook here. So this is getting more into stuff that I wouldn't have thought to teach him that I think he's ready to learn. This circle the things that are silly, and it shows a picture of, you know, like a person with a pot on their head, or like a person with a tail, an elephant in a tree, you know, that kind of thing. So just teaching him concepts like that, learning what opposites are. We actually have kind of covered opposites, and he understands the concept, but I think this would be good reinforcement. I mean, he knows like advanced geometric shapes as it is now. Like he knows hexagons, octagons, nonagons. Like he actually watches a show that gets into like 3D. Like he'll tell you what a dodecahedron is. It's kind of ridiculous. But he still loves his standard circle, triangle, rectangle, that kind of thing. So I think he would like this kind of activity, like find the circles, find the squares, that kind of thing. Same and different. I think this is another good concept that he could grasp now, like circle the 2 things that are the same. So there's some good kindergarten activities in here, and this is just kind of like a big coloring book slash activity book. This is just more for fun than anything. And here's like a dot to dot. We've already done a lot of dot to dots, and he loves that, especially when it's following letters in order. Then he's really into that. And just a lot of coloring pages just for fun. I'm starting to teach him the concept of coloring within lines because he doesn't really get that yet. Oh, and they have a bunch of word searches in here too. Like I said, he's really liking the idea of word searches right now too. So there's just a lot of fun activities in there. And the final thing I got is this Frozen Early Math Basic Geometry workbook. Like I said, he's very spatial, so he already has a pretty good grasp of like basic geometric shapes and advanced geometric shapes as well. But I looked at this and I thought, I love that these workbooks give me ideas of things to teach him that I wouldn't have thought of on my own, and just like learning what is an angle. Like he already understands that shapes have a number of sides and a number of corners. But I don't think he understands angles yet, so that might be something that I could work with him as well. And a lot of this is just, you know, teaching him shapes he already knows, but it's also writing the words out, so I think that'd be good for him. So here's like heptagon and octagon, so I think even though he recognizes those shapes, it'd be good to like teach him how to write them out. The symmetry concept, I think that this is something that I'd like to teach him. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what's in this like early geometry kind of book. So that's everything. I hope that gives you guys some ideas if you are homeschooling or thinking of just supplementing your kids' academic stuff at home. Like I said, you know, I don't even think doing this kind of thing is even necessary. I am actually of the philosophy that kids should be playing to learn. I definitely am not going to be pushing my kids to be doing something that they're not developmentally ready for. I'm not trying to make little prodigies out of my kids. Like that's not my intent at all. But with my little Alex, I really just want him to stay engaged and continue learning at his cognitive level. And so that's just, you know, this is all following his lead, and I think that this is all stuff that he would really like and enjoy. Anyway, I hope that gave you guys some inspiration, some ideas. If you guys have found really helpful educational and homeschooling activities at the dollar store, tell me what you guys have found in the comments below. I also know that Target has the dollar spot, and I know I need to get myself over there because they have amazing educational activities over there as well. So who knows, maybe in the future I'll be doing a Target homeschooling haul as well. But for now, this is just what I got at the Dollar Tree, and honestly, I think that this is enough to keep us busy for quite a while. And we're just doing it for fun, so I don't even feel like I need to get that much stuff. Altogether, for all of that stuff, I spent $28, so I got 28 items total. Definitely don't have to go out of your budget to get this kind of stuff at all. Anyway, so if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe so that you can get a notification every time I put up a new video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.